So let's talk a little bit about Democrats abroad.
Well, yes, that's the next thing I want to get into. It's almost as if you're reading my mind.
Oh, rock on.
So actually, one of my friends, friends of the show, lives,
names, Cody. We want names.
But he lives overseas. He actually lives in Hong Kong. He's speaking to the Hong Kong gang and stuff like that.
Rock on.
And we did a video. Oh, when we did the video, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We
the one where I said Democrats abroad is a big deal, and you said it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And then we got a bunch of emails from expatriates out of town that said it
is
a big deal.
He let me know that's not quite the case.
And by the way, how did he let you know emphatically that Cardin was right and that it is a big deal? Did he let you know enthusiastically?
You want to hear something really interesting? You know what happened when he said that?
What did he say?
I just went, oh, it's very interesting. I didn't know that. And I just let him explain how I was wrong. You
didn't say, dang, my co-host Cardin was right.
No, I didn't say, actually, you're wrong. Let me explain why. I just said, oh, it's very interesting. But here we go. Speaking of, though, so I pulled up here some Ballotpedia, and it's explaining in the Democratic primary how many delegates go to each state, right?
Yeah.
And this is a little bit interesting here. I want to show you guys this. So Democrats abroad in the National Convention or Committee, it functions kind of like a state. And you'll notice it has 21. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read here, but the very far right-hand side column is the amount of delegates. You'll notice there's actually more delegates pledged for Democrats abroad than states like, again, you might be able to bring out the air quotes for states, territories like South Dakota,
brutal,
Wyoming,
Flame.
Alaska, North Dakota, Virginia Islands literally is a territory.
Virgin Islands.
Oh, sorry, Virginia. But Virgin Islands literally is a territory, right? Same with Guam. I believe it's literally like protectorates, right? I mean, we're getting into the, but still, point being,
I think Guam is a commonwealth.
Yeah. Point being, though,
whatever.
If you win, and I think the actual breakdown of delegates, I believe if you win their vote, you get most of the delegates. Either way, it's comparable to a small state. So the reason why I showed you guys that, one, just to show myself, hey, look, doesn't matter. No flame, but you probably could. All I'm saying is, if you're running for president in a primary, you probably could say, maybe we don't have to campaign in South Dakota.
Yeah, I'm not going to America Samoa. I'm not going to Guam or the Northern Mariana Islands.
Still, it's not nothing of zero significance.
No, but there's 9 other protectorates and states that are underneath Democrats abroad.
Another thing that's fascinating, as of we stand today, the latest candidate to have his name thrown into the ballot, Democrats abroad, will be
Andrew
Yang.
Andrew Yang.
Monday, December 2nd, Andrew Yang finalized filing to participate in the Democrats Abroad 2020 global presidential primary. Primary will run from March 3rd to March 10th. Americans abroad will have the opportunity to vote at more than 100 voting centers around the world, as well as via postal mail, fax, and email. Holy cow. Very interesting thing to highlight there is, I believe there is, how many? I believe in Democrats Abroad, there's something like 50 pledged countries. So roughly 2 physical places per nation, I want to say, almost to vote in, plus email, plus mail. I mean, basically, one thing our friend was telling me was that it's not that hard to, it's actually very easy to register and vote if you're not living in America, but you're still a citizen in the Democratic primary through Democrats Abroad.
It's not like they force you to go to the embassy or something.
I believe, for example, in the inverse, there just isn't this particular system for the Republicans. If you're living abroad, it's not like that to vote in the Republican primary. The Democrats have built the Democrats Abroad system to make it very easy. But what's interesting,
just another example of how Democrats are better at marketing, man. We give credit where credit is due.
I mean,
there is a reason why 70% or more.
Like I said, I don't approach these things from the stance of I'm a Republican. I don't care which party does what. I just think it's interesting that Democrats Abroad is uniquely set up for Democrats to make it easier for their abroad people to vote in the primary. It's fascinating.
Yeah, it's impressive is what it is.
Here we go, though. Who exactly is on the ballot, right?
Now, this is what surprised me.
Currently, we have Senator Elizabeth Warren. She qualified on November 18th, so you'll see Elizabeth Warren take us a little bit seriously. However, Elizabeth Warren was beat to the punch by Mr. Pete Buttigieg. On November 17th, by mere days, he became the first Democrat. So you'll notice these aren't 0 to 2% also-rans these are people that actually legitimately want to be the nominee.
Well, yeah, so it looks like
real campaigns.
So if you're, for example, a John Delaney fan, you don't even have the option of voting for John Delaney. Or if you're a Joe Biden fan, it looks like Joe Biden has completely just foregone this Democrats abroad demographic.
For now,
obviously for now.
A large period.
See, I was always under the impression, this was eye-opening for me, because I was always under the impression that you just got a generalized ballot that was an amalgamation of all of the options kind of federally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that it wasn't necessarily like a state by state thing, and that the Democrats abroad are considered their own state for which you must register. I just figured it was kind of like, hey, look, these are the people running. Check your box, and we're going to put this in the embassy and mail it back to the FEC. I didn't realize that you really got to chase this down. And it's strange to me too, though, because now with modern media, how frustrating would that be if, let's just say, you were a Bernie Sanders person? Is Bernie one of the people on the Democrats Abroad ticket? I can't remember what you said.
Not currently, but I'm assuming he'll be.
But what if he didn't? What if he didn't register because he was skipping the demographic? How frustrating would that be if you couldn't vote for your guy just because you were living abroad?
It would be, but at the same time, from the can, because I agree with you. From the candidate's perspective, however, like we said, do you think Bernie Sanders is going to be like kicking himself? Why didn't I go to North Dakota? I should have been. I should have went to Samoa. Why didn't I? You know what I mean? Like,
if it was down to one electoral vote, yeah,
perhaps, right?
Like
Swing Vote. Remember the movie Swing Vote?
Yeah,
which is
Kevin Costner's greatest performance since Field of Dreams.
Kelsey Grammer, Kevin Costner, and.
Look, the only reason why Kelsey never got an Oscar.
I wanted to say Rudy Giuliani. It's not Rudy Giuliani. Who was the other guy in that movie? I have no idea. It's obviously not Rudy Giuliani. But I just want to say you were right. Democrats abroad is definitely not something to sneeze at. It's not to overlook. It's legitimate. It is delegates. And right now, currently, Andrew Yang is one of 3 people on the ballot.
Yeah.
As of like yesterday. That's really cool.
I give him credit. I think that's actually one of those beautiful parts of America is how we maintain that relationship with expats abroad. Actually, no. Yeah, it's called. You're an expatriate if you're a citizen living on foreign soil, right?
I always wondered that. To me, expatriate to me always spoke to like you renounce your citizenship.
Yeah, like I know you'd think that, but they're called expats. I know that
because is it repatriated when you're returned to your country of origin?
Yeah, that's why it's.
Oh, but you're not returned to being a citizen in your country of origin. So you may, that's what it means.
Yeah. So either way, if you haven't had the experience,
Democrats abroad, not democratic expats. So perhaps there is a semantic difference.
Okay, could be. We'll have to investigate that. If we have any English professors out there, please illuminate our minds.
Actually, please don't.
But have you ever had the experience of going to an embassy in a foreign country?
No.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And I have to tell you, America is better overseas. Here, we fight each other tooth and nail. It's like, who's that jerk? Oh, he's a he's a Republican, and like we're at each other's throats, right? But let me tell you, when you're in the middle of Berlin, Germany, and you go to the U.S. Embassy, it's like, sweet, everyone in this building's American. Like, yeah, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's that coolness that I dig. So if you're ever on vacation, honestly, just hit the embassy, just walk in. All you have to do is declare that you're an American. In a lot of these, especially if you're on positive soil,
just declare.
Yeah, in fact, it used to be that to get back to the United States of America, you only had to declare your citizenship verbally. Like in the 90s, that's what I did. And then immigration would look at you, and if they believed you, they could let you in.
Well, makes sense.
Well, have you ever seen that movie, The Saint, with Val Kilmer back in the day?
The what?
The Saint. It was a 90s movie when Val Kilmer was young.
No.
There's this beautiful scene where Elizabeth Shue is running to the embassy. She's escaping the Russian mafiosos, and she's come out of a sewer hatch, and they see her in their Land Rover, and they're chasing her, and she's running to the embassy, and she just starts going, I'm an American, I'm an American, I'm an American, I'm an American. You know what I'm saying? And then she makes it boom right before he does. So all you have to do is verbally declare your citizenship.
I love movies. Like in movie logic, it's like if Russian soldiers murder an American in eyesight of the embassy, hey, she wasn't in the embassy.
She wasn't in the embassy.
Oh, it's all
because the embassy is foreign soil.
So you think Americans just like, hey, she wasn't in the door, so we just let her die.
Hey, that's a scene, man. If that's not on YouTube, some YouTubers got to get that scene from The Patriot. Makes you real patriotic real fast.
Hey, that's how you can go. That's how you can go vote for Andrew Yang in Moscow.
And then there's this big black guy Marine that just like shoves the gate in front of the mafioso, and he's like, "Step away from the gate, sir." And he's like, "Totally BA." It's awesome.
We'll have to do a movie podcast one day.
Yeah, dude.
But again, so this is a shorter topic. It just I didn't want to kind of correct the record that Democrats abroad essentially functions as a small state, which is just I think interesting to note. Very small, but a small state nonetheless. Not worth overlooking. And like I said, currently the candidates taking it seriously are Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, and Andrew Yang, which are 3 candidates that are taking everything seriously. So I think it's also worth noting as well. Is people that want to win, they're taking advantage of it. So, Card, that's all I've really got for today.
Okay, I'm doing one thing. The Saint movie.
Yeah, that's all I got for today, guys.
Embassy scene.
Because the big news today was Kamala Harris dropping out. And again, Andrea ain't nice to Kamala Harris when she dropped out.
It keeps looking on DuckDuckGo for me.
Okay. Either way, we got to wrap up, man. Carden.
I found it. Do you want to watch it?
No, we can't. Anything.
Okay.
We can't YouTube. Anything you want to say at the end.
Just make sure you follow us on PSP Radio 1 on Twitter. Please tag us in anything you want us to see. Any video ideas you got, we'll take them. You can DM us there, although DMs are not as effective as just plain old tagging us, we found. Also, make sure if you want to pick up a hat, you go to problemsolverpolitics.com. And if you want to contribute to the channel, thank you so much to our contributors. You guys keep this alive and make it so we can keep making more and more and more videos and more content for you guys on the Andrew Yang campaign and beyond. You can follow the link that is in the description of this video to make sure that you contribute to the channel there. Or you can just make sure that you, gosh, we actually have no other methods. I forgot. We haven't set up those other methods yet. So yeah. PayPal in our description.
Support the Lakers. Support the Lakers. Support the Los Angeles Rams. Support the Los Angeles Kings.
Okay. See you guys in the next video.
Okay. Got